it's Amy, Deb, the Keto Queen. I'm a little late tonight. It's Monday, but I had a work call that I had to take care of. So guys, I'm super excited that it's Monday. I'm home from work and we're making a new dish. You guys saw it on my grocery haul last week, but as you know, my last week was a little crazy. And I didn't get to cook it. So tonight, Ricky is having a Mexican cabbage dish. The recipe is in this post, guys. I'm super excited to show you what I've done already. No. May. No, Ellie. They're just playing. She's trying to protect a little bit because Little Bit and Frankie Sir are biting. Hey, Ellie, stop it. She thinks she's got to be the mama. So anyway, I've already got most of this done. We're fixing to put it together, and you guys are going to get to see me actually put the plate together for Ricky. So, you know I'm fasting, so I'm actually not going to get to eat this, and I'm actually a little super sad. I'm not hungry at all. I feel amazing because we've been doing the reboot today. So, like, I'm doing the reboot today and tomorrow, and I feel fantastic. But I definitely wanted to cook for Ricky. I wanted to get on because I haven't been here for you guys in a few days with all that's been going on. And I just want to show you how to fix really easy, simple foods. This is something me and Ricky just decided to cook up. I have no idea if it's going to be good. I will let you guys know if Ricky loves it. But what we've done is we took a pound of ground beef, and it looks a little dark because I added some chorizo. So chorizo, you know, is that spicy Mexican sausage. You can leave that out if you want to. Ricky loves spicy stuff, and this is his dish. So I decided I was just going to let him have the spicy since I'm not eating tonight. So we've got 1 pound of ground beef with 9 ounces of the chorizo sausage, the spicy sausage. We cooked that and we drained the grease and moved it over to the side. And then, guys, we took a small head of cabbage. So I took a small head of cabbage as the ground beef was cooking, and I sliced it super thin. So you'll see it's really super thin. And then I put avocado oil, like 3 tablespoons of avocado oil in the same skillet that I used for the ground beef. And I heavily seasoned this with salt. So cabbage needs salt. So you need to salt and pepper your vegetables. And then actually before, I can't taste it. I'm not eating tonight. I guess I could taste it. It ain't going to hurt me or nothing. But I really want to hold true to my reboot because I'm resetting my metabolism right now. So what we're going to do now, we covered the cabbage. The cabbage is wilted. It looks perfect. It is beautiful. Now we're actually going to add the ground beef and the sausage back to this skillet. Now the ground beef and sausage, I forgot to tell you, I seasoned it with taco seasoning. So this is a Mexican cabbage skillet. So you'll see here, let me scoot this over some. All right, you'll see here that I've added the meat back to the skillet. I'm going to go ahead and warm it back up because it got cold as I was making a work call. So we seasoned that taco meat with taco seasonings. Now, I personally use the Flavor Gods taco seasoning. You can use any taco seasoning you guys love. There are a lot of low-carb recipes for taco seasoning. Lord, them dogs. Or you can use whatever taco seasoning you want to make or buy. I love the Flavor Gods Taco Tuesday because it's delicious and it has no sugar. You can use whatever you want, but make sure you season that meat up really well with your taco seasoning. Now, because I'm not going to taste this because I don't even want to tempt myself because I'm sure it's going to be delicious. I'm actually going to add a little bit more taco seasoning just to make sure that cabbage has some really good seasoning for Ricky. So what I'm going to do is get a measuring spoon here. Well, I thought I was. I think they're all dirty. Hang on, let me find it. I think they're all dirty a little bit. All my spoons. What is that? Uh-oh. I lost a spatula and a fork. All right, so all my measuring spoons are dirty, so instead, I'm just going to very carefully add some taco seasoning. If I had a measuring spoon, I'd do about a tablespoon. So I already did 4 tablespoons earlier just in the ground beef. All right, so we're just going to mix this all together. It looks seriously fantastic. And what we're going to do next, guys, is one of 2 options. One option is to go ahead and put it all in the skillet. Like if I knew this was going to be a meal tonight, I was sharing this with myself and Ricky, maybe my mom and dad or the kids, then I would put all of this in the skillet. And this is what I would do. I would personally top this off with some of our favorite taco toppings. So I would do a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of sour cream, some jalapeños, some black olives, some cheddar cheese. And I would put all of those things inside the skillet and put the cheese on top and let it bubble, let that cheese melt. Oh my gosh. Like if I was serving this right away, that's exactly what I was going to do. But since I'm not eating and we're going to have leftovers, I would prefer to make these individual bowls. And you better believe it, Wednesday, when I'm ready to eat my dinner, I'm going to have some leftovers because I know this is going to be amazing. So let me do a video real quick because I'm making some reels. I've been asked to make more reels, so I'm just going to show here what I'm doing. All right, now you guys are going to watch me put this all together. And then, guys, I'm here to answer any questions you have. So question answer time tonight. If you have any questions, put them in the comments because I'm free. I'm not eating. I actually had my protein drink out of the Reboot box. Guys, if you want information on the Reboot, just put Reboot in the comments. This is a reset. It's a 60-hour system. It's a reset. Resets your metabolism, your gut, control over food, reminding us that food is supposed to be used for nutrition. So eating out of hunger instead of habit. Like I love the Reboot. So if you want information, put Reboot in the comments. But let me show you how we're going to put this together for Ricky. So I'm super excited. I know let me ask him if he's ready though. Well, you know what? I'm just going to call him and tell him it's time to eat. He's outside working on something. So I just want to make sure this meat is warmed up because it was cold. And guys, this is just the simplest thing. I told Ricky, we were in the car driving home from the clubhouse a couple of weeks ago, and I said, I want to cook something different, something new I haven't cooked in a long time. And I said, I don't know for sure what I want to make. I got some cabbage in the refrigerator. What can I do? And he said, well, let's make a Mexican dish with cabbage. I'm like, okay, because I just made this chicken cabbage stir fry that was delicious. And he said, let's make a Mexican cabbage dish. And I was like, that sounds delicious because we love Mexican food. We love tacos. We love anything Mexican. So Ricky gave me the idea and I was like, let's go for it. All right, we're going to put some of the actual meat and cabbage into a bowl. Now, you don't have to use all the things I'm using. You can do this however you want to. We're going to add our favorite taco toppings. So again, this can be whatever you prefer. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. It smells so good. All right, now for Ricky's, I'm going to put a little bit of black olives in here. He loves black olives. If I was going to do this, I might have like a couple of black olives, but Ricky loves black olives. So you know what, for picture purposes, I'm going to put them to the side and then he can mix it up. For picture purposes, I'm putting this to the side. All right, so I'm going to do some black olives in there. Well, let me catch that before the dogs come. Some black olives. I'm going to do some jalapeños because, I mean, we love jalapeños and we love spicy. And, hey, Ricky wanted this spicy, so I used the chorizo. You actually can leave that spicy sausage out of the meat mix. I did 1 pound of ground beef. No, ma'am. Like a little 9-ounce package of chorizo. And then, yes, sour cream. Got some sour cream in there. And Ricky 100% loves his hot sauce. So we're going to put a little hot sauce in there too. Like this is going to be really spicy. But I think it's going to be delicious. All right, just a little bit of hot sauce on there. If I can get it out. Oh, yes. All right, and I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar cheese. I'm just going to put all of this right here on the side just for picture purposes. And then Ricky can mix it all together if he wants to. But, man, this looks so yummy. So, for picture purposes, I need to put a little bit more of this right here in the center so you actually can see it. Oh, my goodness, this is going to be yummy. Oh, I can't wait to eat this Wednesday. So, guys, I don't know about you, but when I fast, I actually commit and I stay true to the fast. The awesome thing about this kit is you can do it so easily. Like, it is so, I'm cooking and I'm fixing a plate. It smells amazing. I know it's going to be delicious, but I'm not eating it. Like, that's the power of these products that I'm using. But look how pretty that is. It is a Mexican cabbage dish. So let me tell Ricky his food's ready. And then I'm going to come right back to these comments to see if you guys have questions for me. Let me get a picture. Take a picture first. Hey, y'all calm down over here. Oh, Lord mercy. Y'all calm down, please. Hey, y'all calm down. You're going to get in trouble? Y'all want to get in trouble? I'm just trying to take a pretty picture. I'm doing on a pretty table. Watch out. Oh, there we go. Honestly, I'm not sure if it looks pretty or not, but it looks pretty damn good to me. Hey, I just dragged it on the table. All right, let me move this camera over here, guys, so I back and see if you have any questions for me. It has been a wonderful day today. It was a great working day. I got a lot done at the office, and it was just great to get home and do a little bit more work when I got here and to play with the puppies for a little bit. Let me scroll up to see if you guys have any questions for me. I'll tell you for sure, I feel so energized. I feel great. This is the first time I've done a reboot in a month because I do it every month. And gosh, I'm so glad. It was like the perfect timing for me to get one in. So looks yummy. Thank you for sharing. You're so welcome, Sarah. I hope you enjoy it. Karen says, continue to keep your family. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much. We will definitely hear something on Wednesday. The doctor told us to be looking for his phone call on Wednesday. So we're definitely praying hard for my dad. And the specific prayer is that there is a surgery option. There's a surgery option because we need to get that cancer out. So there was concern by the doctor that that might not be an option. So the prayer specifically is that there's a surgery option. And if not, we want immediate chemo to hopefully shrink and get the cancer out. But that is our immediate prayers, is just a surgery option. So guys, if you are praying for my dad specifically, please help me pray for the surgery option. We want to get that out of his body. Scary things going on, but we all have faith. My family is very, very much full of faith, and we know that God's will is going to prevail. No matter what we pray, we always pray in God's will. But my dad's not ready to go yet. Like, he knows where he's going, but he's not ready yet. He's just not ready yet, and I'm not ready for him yet. So we hope God's not ready for him yet. I feel like he's still needed here. Hey, Sherry from Petersburg, Ohio. Oh, Karen already fixed this cabbage this evening. Did you like it? That's what I want to know. Did you like it? I haven't tried it yet. I'll be having it on Wednesday, but I will let you guys know if Ricky loves it. Sherry says, I make this and love it. Well, that's awesome. I thought this was something I just made up. Can we eat dinner on the reboot? No, Connie, we cannot eat dinner on the reboot. We're actually having the Keto Pro. Remember, I had the vanilla out of my box, and it was yummy. I mixed it with unsweet almond milk, and it was so delicious. Do you ever use chicken thighs instead of ground beef? I personally love chicken thighs, Amy. Like, I'm a dark meat girl. Ricky, not so much. He likes chicken breasts. And I love the dark meat because it's juicy and it's so flavorful. Ricky likes a chicken breast that's dry and you have to season the mess out of it. So I normally do not use chicken thighs just because I don't want to hear him cry about it. Hey, Angela, how are you? Thundering and lightning. Oh no, Karen, that's not good. It's actually been really pretty today. I think we might get some storms tonight, but it's been a really pretty day. How many carbs do you eat in a day if you're doing low carb? That's an excellent question, Diane. And this is question and answer time, guys. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Diane, I personally love to eat keto and low carb. So I'm not strict keto. I love drinking my ketones and it gives me flexibility with food, but I love to eat low carb and I love to teach people how simple it is. So to eat keto, you're looking at net carbs of 25 or less per day. And there is a difference. Keto is eating and restricting your carbs so low that your body creates ketones, putting you in ketosis. I personally love to drink ketones because that puts me in ketosis. Ketones are greater than glucose. But I drink the bioidentical ketones and I share those, and you guys know. If you want information, just let me know. But if you cut your carbs down so low, your body will create ketones, which is 100% amazing fuel source for your body. It actually breaks down fat in your liver to create these ketones. So it's a fat burning, wonderful way to live your lifestyle. I love keto, and I ate keto strictly for at least probably 6 months. And then I was like, ooh, man, I really missed some things. And I learned about ketones and I just got a lot of flexibility now, and I'm maintaining. So I lost my weight eating keto and drinking ketones. And now that I'm maintaining 4+ years now, eating more low carbish and drinking my ketones every day. So Diane, the difference between keto and low carb is the carb counts. So low carb is considered anywhere from 50 to 150 a day. So from 25 to 50 to 150, that's a big difference, right? And a lot of people don't want to restrict their diet so low to have those low carb counts. And that's perfectly good because I love to also support and teach low carb. And the primary difference is the amount of carbs. So some people will say, well, what's between 25 and 50? My husband can eat 50 carbs and still be in ketosis because he exercises himself to death every day. He loves to exercise and he fasts. He goes to the gym and he fasts until dinner. So he's in ketosis every single day, drinking his ketones and body production. And he eats more than the carb count, but he is in that metabolic state all the time because of his fasting and exercising. But the difference between keto and low carb, again, is when you raise those carb counts, your body can't create the ketones unless you're doing a lot of exercising and fasting. So Diane, I'm sorry, that was a roundabout answer, but honestly, the carb counts for low carb is 50 to 150 a day. What is the reboot? Gail, I will send you some information. If you would like some information, just put reboot in the comments. It's a reset. It actually helps us reset our gut, reset our metabolism, keeps us on track. If you're in maintenance mode, it definitely helps you with that maintaining of understanding the difference between hunger and habit eating, which is so easy for all of us to eat out of habit. I mean, 8 a.m. breakfast, 12 p.m. lunch, 6 p.m. dinner. But are you hungry? And like, are you eating the right foods to where you're not hungry? I mean, eating out of hunger is a lot different than eating just because it's a meal time or snack time or TV time. Guys, thank you so much for the prayers. You just have no idea. I'm trying not to overload you with so many prayer requests, but you know my heart. And you know what, you know about my family. I just can't even talk about it right now because I'm going to cry. But you know my heart. You know where all importance in this world is in my faith and my family. So I really appreciate your prayers. That's all I'm going to say because I don't know. I don't want to cry. But I just appreciate you guys so much. So please keep them coming. Starla says, my sweet mama made it to 90 in 2016, and we said our final goodnight. Oh, man, I don't even want to think about that, Starla. But you know what? I'm telling you, I am ready when the time is here because my faith is so strong. You just cannot tell me anything different. But, you know, just because our faith is strong doesn't make it easy. Melissa, may I ask what type of cancer? It's cholangio. I had to think about how to say it again. Cholangiocarcinoma. It's cancer of the bile duct. That's what they're saying he has in stage 3. So dark meat is yummy. And yes, I'm having to season it like crazy. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Melissa, we actually were really pleasantly happy about a week ago when we got the PET scan report because we read the report. Shouldn't have, but we read the report and the report sounded so good to us. Like it was all contained in the liver. Like it didn't say anything about bile ducts, but it was all contained in the liver and it wasn't spread throughout the body. There was one lymph node that was questionable. So like we were so happy, and then it ended up that it's cholangiocarcinoma, which is a rare cancer of the bile duct, and we definitely are having some lymph node issues. So we're praying for really good results and information on Wednesday. What do you use for a substitute of noodles? That's a great question, Tara. I personally love zucchini. I love to spiral zucchini into what we call zoodles. I love spaghetti squash. And there's also a noodle that I like to use, or I call it lasagna noodles, but I love it. It's so easy, and I have a lasagna recipe on my blog. And I love that noodle layer that we make out of cream cheese and mozzarella and Italian seasoning for that, because it's an Italian meal and an egg. It's so easy and so delicious. And actually cut them like a lasagna noodle, and my family loves that lasagna. Karen said, I'm with Ricky. I prefer chicken breast. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna have an argument about chicken, and Ricky would be so happy to hear that, Karen. Sandra says she's having a hard time with cholesterol. Amy, and I love the cheese. I love the cheese too, Sandra. So one thing for sure, everyone who I know is doing this consistently, eating healthy protein with low carb vegetables cooked in healthy fat, are seeing their cholesterols get better. They're seeing their blood levels get better. Their blood pressures get better. Their diabetic levels get better, like blood sugar levels stabilizing. In the beginning, you may see some fluctuations just like I did because you're doing something different. Like your body reacts to things we do different, whether that's exercise or your butt sore from doing some of these squats or walking some of these stairs, or your body is changing because of the diet you're habitually starting to do. So everyone I've talked to, Sandra, over time actually stabilize. With that said, if you're seeing cholesterol issues, back off the cheese. You don't have to use the cheese that I use. Like, I love cheese, and I've always had cholesterol problems since I was a little girl. My mom used to have to do the egg substitutes in the turkey bacon because I had cholesterol issues as a small child. But my cholesterol levels are great. My doctor, they're not great. They're still high. But my doctor, every single year when she checks them, she's like, wow, it's better than the last year. She never tells me it's high anymore. She's like, look, I tracked, it's better than last year. I'm like, thank you. But cholesterol doesn't have to be high just because you're eating keto. Just look at the dairies, the things that you're adding on a daily basis, the red meats. Like, you don't have to eat steak every day. Like, I love steak. Like, you guys don't have to copy me specifically. Just look for protein, low carb vegetables, cooked in healthy fats. That's the main way I like to teach keto and even low carb eating, because you're eating clean, simple foods, and it's the best way to go. Melody said, when I first started the nut drink, should you start with half a packet or just do the whole pack? Start the whole pack, Melody. Shake up your whole drink with anywhere from 16 to 20 ounces of ice cold water. Shake it and drink it within 35 to 40 minutes. If you have any issues, let me know, but you should not have issues. There are some people who will experience some little tummy issues, but more than likely it's the keto flu, symptoms of keto flu, or your body is just not used to being in that state of ketosis. It doesn't last, but if you have issues, let me know. That way I can tell you different ways to use it. But drink the whole drink. Shake it up and drink it and have fun. Linda, I've been following you, but I didn't understand. Now I understand how it works. Well, I'm so glad. If I can help you in any way, guys, make sure you're reaching out to me through the messenger. It's like the Keto Queen. There's a message button right there on top of the page. Just message me. I'm here to help you all. Jenny said, a lot of low carb keto meals I make is always real watery. What am I doing wrong? Like the last one I made was the keto lasagna and it was soupy. Is it because, did you use the zucchini? If you use the zucchini as your noodles, it definitely will, because zucchini is holds a lot of moisture. If you did the lasagna from my blog, then it should not have, because you're not using a vegetable in there. But let me know another example, Jeannie, or send me a message when those things happen so I can help you look at what you're doing. So I want to order keto big time. Message me again, please. I'm ready, financially ready. I definitely want to try big time, but need to know exactly what side effects. So there's not supposed to be any side effects, Tara. Or Tara. Do you say Tara or Tara? I apologize. I'm not sure exactly, and I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So you shouldn't see side effects except awesome things. Like, you're going to have a better mood. You're going to have better skin, better sleep, better fat loss, appetite control, energy, like crazy sustained energy. Not like the Red Bull, woo, your head's not going to crawl. Like, it's just an amazing energy source. So you're going to see all the great benefits. Side effects are minimal, if any. It will be symptoms of the keto flu, because your body is getting placed into ketosis. And if you're not used to that, your body can react. Very rare. It's very rare. So don't worry about that. You just let me know if you have issues. Otherwise, you're looking for energy, appetite control, fat loss, sleep, better focus, like all the great things. Thank you so much, Joanne. I really, really appreciate it, guys. You just have no idea. Keep those prayers coming, please. Please keep those prayers coming. I really appreciate your knowledge and your sharing with us. Well, thank you, Amy. You're so welcome. I appreciate that. And I see you guys requesting the reboot information, so I will send it to you. How do you count carbs? That's a great question, Teresa. I count them with Google. So I'll just pull out my phone and go to Google and say, hey, how many carbs are in, or how many net carbs are in a cup of green beans? How many net carbs are in 1 cup of cabbage? So I just Google. Now, if you're looking at your sour cream, it tells you on the back of the package. And what you do is you look at your carb count, and your fiber count, and you subtract the fiber from the carb. That's it. So if it has 2 carbs and 1 fiber, that's 1 net carb. And then look at your serving size. If it says 1 net carb, that's not for the whole sour cream, right? It might be for a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. So that's how you count your carbs. Keep it simple. And again, if you're eating a protein with a low carb vegetable with a healthy fat, your carb counting is actually very small. Very easy to do. Now, if you're eating a lot of stuff out of boxes and packages, then you have to count those carbs. You have to figure out how many carbs are in that package. So again, take your carb count minus the fiber, and there's your net carbs. Thank you, Kelly. I'm surprised you even saw a little bit. My house is a mess. Look, they're dragging stuff everywhere. Little bit has to wear a diaper because you can't trust him. He's 13 years old, and he says, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And he uses the bathroom outside, but he's a boy, and he's old. So he'll just hike his leg on the couch. And I'm like, you just went outside. So he wears diapers now. When we remodeled our house, I was like, nope, ain't going to happen. So they're not diapers? What are they? Oh, Ricky says they're Depends. Ricky says a little bit so old now that he don't wear diapers. He's got the Depends. Oh, Cheryl, I'm not even going to read that. Maybe if you need to put that in the microwave, you can, but it should still be warm.
No, that was good.
Tell us how you like it, because everybody wants to know. And I'm not eating tonight. I'm doing the reboot. So it looks delicious and it smells delicious. Oh, and I just made a pretty bowl so I could take a picture of it. But so if you want to add more toppings or more cheese or more sour cream or more hot sauce, whatever.
It's going to be loud.
It's okay. Teresa said your dad is in our prayers. Thank you so much. I'm reading that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's amazing, Brenda. She is fasting 18 to 19 hours a day. That's intermittent fasting, and that's amazing. Rachel says, when I use zucchini in replacement of zoodles for spaghetti, I add my Italian seasoning, garlic, oregano to the noodles. Yes. Girl, I love some zoodles. I might have to do those next week. I have lost 30 pounds. That's so awesome, Sandra. Congratulations. That's so awesome. Sherry, thank you. I'm reading this. I'm not going to read it out loud, but I'm reading this, and I appreciate it so, so much. I'm so sorry to hear about your situation, too. Rest in peace. Sherry, I'm so sorry to hear that.
All right, puppy dogs.
Does your body know when it's time to maintain? Yes, Rosalie, it does. Unless you force it into maintenance mode, like I do, absolutely. Like my body, y'all, I could lose. I could still lose. And it's okay. I don't want to. So I'm in maintenance phase because I choose to be. How I do that is by eating more. So I don't overload on food. I don't consume food just to be consuming food. But when I eat enough. So I don't keep my carb counts at 25 or less anymore because I could easily keep losing. I like a figure. It's just for me personally. I like a little booty. I like a little boobs. So I don't want to lose any weight, but your body will 100% get to a maintenance phase on its own. It knows your body is made beautifully, and your body will know when it's time for maintenance. Oh no, Yvonne says I'm breaking up.
It's good.
Ricky says good. Keep having low sodium and magnesium. Linda, you're having low sodium and magnesium. I'm assuming through doctor's blood work. I'm not sure why that would be. I've never read anything about keto causing that. And I think you're eating more low carb. Oh, Jeannie likes the egg life wraps. I've never tried them. Maggie says sending prayers. Thank you so much, Maggie. I appreciate you, friend. Tell me what you think is wrong. Low sodium and low magnesium. Linda, I'm not sure. I've never read anything about low carb dieting causing low sodium or magnesium. As a matter of fact, Linda, inside the ketones, we have magnesium and sodium. So I don't know. You might have to talk to your doctor about that. All right, guys, I got to the bottom. Ricky says it's good. He's chowing down over there. I hate to show you because my house is a mess, but I'm going to show you. Look, he's over there. He's been outside working, so he's got his shorts on. He just took his shirt off. Keeping your family in thoughts and prayers. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you so much, guys. All right. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. I'm here to help you all. If you want information on that reboot, just put reboot in the comments. This is what it looks like. It is truly amazing. We'll be doing it again in August. I can't remember the date right off the top of my head, but if you want information on the reboot, just put reboot in the comments so I can send you information. My doctor wants me to quit. We love konjac noodles. I never heard that. Have you ever tried the cottage cheese pizza bowl? I have not. Sounds good though. Linda, I'm not sure. What does your doctor want you to quit? I'm just curious because you do really good. I know the times I've talked to you, you do really good, but I also know that you have some hang-ups like all the rest of us. So I know we've talked about getting the stuff out of the kitchen, some of the bad things that just easily creep in there. But Linda, I think every time I talk to you, I think you're doing really good as far as choosing low low carbs, low carb vegetables. I mean, there's hardly any doctor I know that's going to tell you to add carbs back to your day as far as just sugar. But talk to your doctor. They need to explain. I tell all of my friends this. When you're talking to your doctor and you're asking questions and they answer, I always tell my doctor, tell me why. Like, explain to me. Like, I want to know. Linda, I didn't think you were doing keto. I thought you were doing more low carb. I thought you were doing more low carb eating. But I always tell my doctor, explain. Like, I want to understand. Just don't say yes or no. Like, explain to me. And I tell all of my friends this. If you have a good doctor and you ask questions, they should be able to explain to you the reason, like the answer. And if they can't explain it to me, then I'm like, well, I need to understand why you're saying yes or why you're saying no or why I should use this and not use that. Like, I always ask really good questions. So you shouldn't be afraid to ask your doctor questions. They're actually there to help you with your health. So always ask and make sure they explain to you. If it is a magnesium issue, for example, Linda, he may tell you to take a magnesium vitamin. If you're telling him what you're eating on a daily basis, like on your routine of low carb vegetables with the protein and cooking it in healthy fats like a butter or avocado oil or olive oil, there's not very many doctors that'll say, oh, replace the butter with margarine. And there's not very many doctors that's going to say that. So always ask them questions, like let them explain to you. It must be good. Ricky's coming back for seconds. All right. What do I think about the keto gummies? Donna, I have not seen anything on the market that works. And this is the honest truth. Our products work. They have multiple patents. We actually started it from a product from the Department of Defense, from the government. There are so many patents around it. It actually works. You can prove it works by checking your blood levels. I tell my family, Donna, so I'm going to tell you just like I tell my family, if you don't use the products that I have, then just don't buy products, because you can buy a $30 bottle of something at Walmart, but it is $30 down the drain. There's just no proof and no research that shows that it actually works. You can't test it to see if it works. So my honest advice to anyone is, if you're not using the products I'm sharing with you, because the reason I'm using them is because they're proven to work, then just don't waste your money. Like I wouldn't buy anything that's $20, $30, $50. Like I wouldn't do it. That's just my advice. You can focus on food and see amazing things. And that's what I love to teach you guys. Yes, Amy, I hope you love it. Lisa said my daughter couldn't do the keto drinks because it messed up her kidneys and her liver. Okay. Let's see, just got on live for the first time. Hey, Debbie, how are you? 8:40 in New York. He rested really good Saturday. Like, he got the best rest that he's had since all of this has started. But he didn't rest last night. So we're just praying for the best on Wednesday. The doctor told us to expect him to call on Wednesday. And we're praying for good news for potential surgery. The goal is surgery. We need surgery to get the cancer out. All right. Any other questions? All right, guys. Thank you so much. Go back and watch from the front so you can see the meal being put together. Sorry I had to cook some of it without you guys, but I had that work call that I had to answer. I hope you have an awesome night. If I can help you in any way, please make sure you reach out to me. Thank you so much, Lisa. I see that. Thank you so much, Debbie. I love you guys. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. Prayers are always appreciated every single day. We live our life by prayer. I hope you guys believe in it. And we definitely do. So be praying specifically for my dad. If you are a prayer warrior yourself, I will take them all. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Reach out if you need anything. Bye.